In this video, I'll explain and clarify some of the misconceptions that arise regarding the direction of the vectors in rotation, such as angular velocity, torque, and angular momentum. It's counterintuitive and it's difficult to understand why these vectors are in a perpendicular direction along the axis while a disk is rotating in a horizontal plane. So let's look at the vector cross multiplication. We know that the linear velocity is a cross product of the radius vector and angular velocity. The principle of cross multiplication of two vectors is that the third vector has to be mutually perpendicular with the first two vectors. Here, the linear velocity vector has to lie in the plane of the disk. The radius vector also has to lie in the plane of the disk. Therefore, there is no option but for the angular velocity vector to be perpendicular to the plane of the disk, that is, along the axis of rotation. Let us now analyze the torque vector. It is a cross product of the force vector into the radius vector. As you can see in the sketch, the force vector is a straight line at every instant of time and that acts perpendicular to the radius arm. Therefore, the third vector, the torque vector, has to be perpendicular to both of these vectors, and therefore the torque vector also must lie along the axis of rotation. This sketch explains very clearly why the torque vector is perpendicular to the plane of the disk. And I do agree that's counterintuitive to our normal feeling. Let us take a look at angular momentum. The direction of this vector happens to be the same as the direction for the torque vector and angular velocity vector. The reason is that angular momentum is a function of linear momentum. Angular momentum is radius vector into linear momentum. It's a cross product of two vectors. The linear momentum is mass into velocity vector and it lies in the plane of the disk. The radius vector anyway lies in the plane of the disk. Therefore, it's obvious that the angular momentum vector must be perpendicular to these two vectors and therefore lies along the axis of rotation. The magnitude of angular momentum is usually r into p when the angle is 90 degrees between P and R, in which case sin 90 is equal to 1. But in case the angle is not 90 degrees, sin theta takes care of the magnitude of L. The unit of L is kg meter squared per second. I hope this helped you to grasp the concept of angular momentum for any rotating object, a tire, a wheel, or a disk. If you like this video, please put a like, subscribe to this channel, share with your friends, and log in to our website physicsmodels.com. Have a great day.